Hello everyone, and welcome back to World of Warships Blitz with Terry. I've got 2 more ranked battles for you that I recorded when I actually had a minute to play ranked. I haven't had any time to play ranked since, because obviously it's time zone wise a little bit awkward. But these are still 2 Benham episodes that were kind of fun. And yeah, the Benham in ranked can be a little bit hilarious just because of the capability that it has to simply flood things like capture circles with torpedoes. We are up against Black Iowa, Lepanto, Izumo, Kitakaze, and an enemy Benham. Now, obviously, if you get the opportunity to unload all the torpedoes at one battleship that tends to be obliging and sitting still and just taking them all, you can do a large amount of damage. But that's not why I'm playing the Benham. I mean, yes, it would be nice if that happened, but it doesn't happen all that frequently. So I'm playing this thing for area denial. Over to the armor piercing, because there are 2 destroyers out here. And the Benham is not a gunboat, but it can defend itself. And we're going to be rushing C Cup and then heading over into B, while getting the torpedoes ready to just drop a whole set of sea mines into the position where we normally find something coming out, which is literally behind that island. So I'm going to drop 8 torpedoes here. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to drop the other ones aligned aside as well. If I hit something, it's nice, but even if I don't, I just want to make sure that they don't get in here. So not the second set of torpedoes out, and now we'll be heading over into B Cup, because there is a destroyer in B Cup. And we'll see if anything comes around here to deal with my torpedoes. There's the Kitakaze. He smokes up, so I'm not firing my guns because then I would be spotted. And there's a Lepanto out there, which is firing semi-armor piercing. Okay, so no one's coming around in C Cup. Good. If they had, then I would have been able to torpedo them. But that's all right. Now, we haven't done something yet, so let's start shooting the Kitakaze. And I am going to use my own smoke screen, because now the Kitakaze is spotted, he's out of smoke, and there is an Izumo who believes that he is a battleship. And that he should be sailing straight into a capture circle that contains an angry-looking smoke screen, which has, at this point, the torpedoes reloaded. So let's get the torpedoes out at the Izumo. There's the enemy Benham, so we don't want to stick around in the smoke, because he can do the exact same thing that I'm doing. And let's get out of the smoke, enable the engine boost, and I think the Izumo has noticed the errors of his ways. But yeah, I have all the torpedoes coming in, so he's now going to run into the set of them, unless somebody takes him out first. I mean, there's a Marlborough out there who might just be taking him out, but now we get him with the torpedoes. So Izumo down, and that smoke screen over there contains a Benham, which means there are torpedoes in the way, which means Marlborough, you should be careful where you're going. And I can't see the Benham, so there's no point shooting at him right now, because I've got also a Black Iowa to shoot at over there. And see if I can, yeah, he's slowing down, so let's get a couple of torpedoes on target. The smoke screen is firing at me, but his smoke screen is older than mine, so I should be able to outsmoke him, yes. Which means there are torpedoes my way, which means we're going to have to maybe not sit in here for too long. But I don't think he had angles, so see if we can hit the Iowa. I think the Iowa is running away. Oh, hello, Mr. Kitakaze. I haven't seen you in a while. They're all over there. I think the Iowa has accelerated a bit more than I thought he was gonna. And yeah, the Benham might have torpedoes away. We'll just drop some in his general direction in case he decides to come over here. My smoke screen is about to expire, so let's get out of here and switch back to the armor piercing, such that we can duel the Benham. Because we are obviously equal on guns, but I had the advantage of getting a couple shots off before he does, and I'm still on full health and I've got a heal ready. So engine boost up, open up the distance, just so, because there's also a Kitakaze coming from the other direction, and not something I necessarily want to be fighting at the same time. Benham is smoking up, and that means we are going to need to evac this area, because now we're being chased by Iowa and Kitakaze, and by the looks of it, the Iowa has got the high explosive loaded, so we need to get out of here. And in order to do that, we'll drop some torpedoes in their general direction, because of course by now the torpedoes are reloaded. And we'll just flood the whole area with torpedoes and then try to get the heck out of here. The Kitakaze has avoided the torpedoes, and I really need to make my way out of here. Let's get smoke up. The Iowa is taking a bunch of torpedoes. Again, Kitakaze smokes up as well, but that means there are Kitakaze torpedoes in the water, most likely into my smoke screen. So I do need to go forward here. And Iowa is... yeah, there they come. Iowa has taken a couple of torpedoes from the second spread, but I do need to now dodge these Kitakaze torpedoes. The thing with smoke screens is if there's nobody spotting you except behind the smoke screen, you don't need to be in it for it to work. You can also just literally be outside it. And now something strange happens. So while I'm trying to get the torpedoes away against the Iowa, yeah, this just happened. I am now inside the island. Slow clap. One slow clap for for all the Warships Blitz. I'm not using my torpedoes because I figure it would be unsporting if I'm shooting from inside the island without being able to do anything about it. So I'm just going to try and get out of the island again. And I don't even know if my torpedoes would be functioning, but I wouldn't even try it because that would literally be cheating. So yeah, this wasn't intentional. And with a bit of wiggling, I eventually managed to get out of this island again. Don't worry, there we go. I'm out again. I have forwarded this. To Wargaming to say, hey, your island has a bit of an issue here. So we're 1 kill down. We're behind on points, but we are holding 2 capture circles. That Iowa, okay. Marco Polo takes out the Iowa, which means we can go back to armor piercing, which means there's a Kitakaze over there. So let's once again flood the area with. Oh, the Marco Polo is down. Okay. We are behind on points, but we're holding 2 capture circles. I don't know how well that battleship is on health that I have on my team, but I now have a Benham and a Kitakaze, and I need to dodge all this. Fortunately, these are Benham torps, so they're basically sea mines, which means they are very, very slow, and the Benham is on lower hit points than I am. That Lepanto, however, can just one-shot me clean out of the water if he pays attention, but he might be engaged with the other battleship, which means the Benham is now going... The Benham is now going behind the island, and there comes the Kitakaze again. We are ahead on points, even though we are killed down, because we are holding 2 of the 3 capture circles. And I keep spamming torpedoes in that general direction to make sure that that it stays that way. There is still the Benham out there somewhere, but he seems to not wanting to come out. And the Kitakaze is on a relatively low amount of hit points. So even though I almost ran into my torpedo, there come some more torpedoes. This should be a Kitakaze spread, because that's that's 6 of them. So let's try not to hit those because these hurt. And just keep the Kitakaze out. We are ahead on hit points, but the Benham is rushing our battleship. So I need to kill that Kitakaze, and I need to kill him quickly. Because if we lose the battleship, then we're going to be behind on points, even with 2. But that's a Pommern. And the Pommern just took out the Lepanto and is now next to a smoked up Benham. And if that Benham is not going to kill him, but even if he does, it would be a trade. So... And now I don't need to absolutely kill the Kitakaze anymore, but now it's just a matter of trying to, just for on principle to kill him. And he has gone undetected. So I am going to, while the Pommern is dealing with the Benham, I am once again flooding the area with torpedoes. So yeah, hello Mr. Kitakaze, you got yourself spotted, and I've got more hit points than you, and those torpedoes have missed because that's not where I'm going, and you're now a dead Kitakaze. And there he goes. Okay, nice. So that was just a matter of principle. And being able to gun down a Kitakaze in a Benham is very, very satisfying. So now it's just the enemy Benham left, and I think at this point we've won. But thank you, well played to that Pommern, because he was on a... He was fighting 2 ships at the same time, and he was able to take out the Lepanto and not die to the enemy Benham. So big applause for that one. That was well played, and yeah, gets the MVP, deservedly so. Good job there. But we might have still done it, but it would have been a lot harder if it was just me on my own seas. So that was the first battle. And the enemy Benham's done a lot of damage, and that's what you can achieve. The thing is, you need to also then kill your target. So I've got one more. In the second battle, once again, it's domination, and this is one thing that I'm also really enjoying about the ranked, is that it seems to be mostly domination, and domination, in my opinion, is probably the best mode to play in. we're playing against Heisen, a Seattle, a Neptune, a Kiev, and a Fletcher. And we're in at Benham. And then the Seattle has radar. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yeah. Occasionally you get battles like this where you literally have no natural targets except for that battleship, who's probably not feeling all too brave at this point. Because we also have an Ibuki here, I believe, and it's a lot more torpedoes. So we're doing the same thing again. I'm trying not to get caught up in the center island there, but engine boost up and go into CCAP, and then drop the area denial torpedoes, because just trying to make sure that nothing gets into it, and my team has time to get into position. And because the Benham reloads so quickly, it really doesn't matter if you're getting them on target. You can really just use them to swamp an area with them. So anybody coming out? There you are. Hello, Mr. Fletcher. So torpedoes down, and we'll see if we can take on the Fletcher. We do have an Ibuki, I believe, on our side. Hello. Oh, and there comes the Seattle as well. Okay, so these two definitely need to not be here. So let's drop some torpedoes, spot the enemy torpedoes, drop some torps on the general direction of the Fletcher. Ibuki drops torps as well. And yeah, Seattle is now seeing a bit of a soup incoming. So of course he slams on the brakes, takes that one torpedo, and then that's about as much as he's going to take. But that wasn't also the point. The point was to keep these guys outside the capture circle. Now the Seattle can no longer see me because I'm actually outside gun range. So even though I fired my guns, there's nobody in range. And the Fletcher, if he still is in his smoke screen, I don't think he is still. I think he has evacuated the smoke screen because I am unspotted. Well, now my concealment's gone down again. And my torpedoes are already reloaded. So we'll just do the same thing again and keep that Seattle effectively outside. And we'll go drop some torpedoes on him from here. And just make sure he's not coming in. But we're holding 2 of the capture circle. No one's died so far. Maybe we can make ourselves useful a little bit in B-Cup, because there's a Neptune. And get some torpedoes off into his smoke screen. And now I have to smoke up myself because that's a Neptune. And yes, hello, Mr. Fletcher. I noticed you. So, still having the wrong ammunition type loaded here. But we've dodged the Fletcher torpedoes. And there's a Neptune over there. So I don't want to linger around just in case he's got torpedoes away. I'm going to get out of here. And that's a torpedo on the Neptune. And that's another torpedo on the Neptune. It adds up over time, you know. But once again, we've defended, and hey, there's the Kiev as well. Let's see if we can get the Kiev. We've defended we're defending the capture circles. That's what we're here for. We're taking fire, but the Seattle is going to have a devil of a time hitting us from this distance. Hello, Mr. Azuma. Do I need to push the Seattle away on the other side? Nah, he's not coming anywhere near the cup anymore. So let's just drop more torpedoes in the general direction of the enemy team and make sure they're not getting in the cups. Alright then, who's next? There is the Neptune, I believe. And the Neptune now has something else to shoot at. So he is on relatively low health, contemplating to use my guns here. But we'll get a little bit closer maybe. And once again, we've just pushed him out with the torpedoes. So now we're making sure that B-Cup stays under our control. Hello, Mr. Fletcher again. I see you there. There's an Ibuki on our side. The Ibuki can deal with Fletcher, right? Because I've got the Neptune there and the Seattle, so I want to be a little bit careful. And Ibuki and Azuma should be able to deal with Fletcher and Seattle. So I'm going to see if I can do something about A-Cup and make sure that we're extending our lead a little bit. Because so far just one ship's died on every team, but we're ahead by about 100 points just because we have... we have more control of the capture circles. So that's that was a nice blind drop. I mean, he had no way of knowing that I was going to be here because I've literally been unspotted for the last minute or so. So he had no way of knowing that I was here. But now he does. So it's smoke time, and I can get some torpedoes out. Let's see if the Neptune is coming in. But I don't think he's stupid. I can't quite lock onto him because now he's undetected. So let's get some torpedoes out just in case he wants to make his way in. But yeah, he's obviously he's not stupid, so he's not going to go in there. Especially not with the torpedo soup coming in. And just dropping a second spread just in case he has noticed the first one and thought that was it. So let's get away from here. Let's get some more torpedoes out. And no, they haven't gone into the capture circle. Now I haven't gone in there either, but now I can start shooting the Neptune. And just make my way out of here and wait for some backup to come. Because I think Fletcher is coming in from our direction. And that Neptune is on low enough hit points that I can probably take him on, but I do need to be real careful because that Neptune can one-shot me at this point. So I don't want to get too close and just let my team deal with him. Neptune smoking up, obviously, as he would. And hello, Fletcher. Okay, we've got a bit of support here. There come the Neptune torpedoes. And we can just blind fire him. And 2 destroyers actually should be able to take out a low health Neptune. It's not something you attempt commonly. Not yet. Heisen isn't going to hit us from there. But let's see if we can get a little bit closer and once again get some area denial torpedoes out. We're still only on 1 kill each team. So it's definitely been a tight. Like you have to be careful not to make mistakes here, because it's easy to get yourself killed. Like Neptune just made the mistake of waiting too long in his smokescreen, and as such he was stationary and has taken a bunch of hits that he probably didn't want to take, and he might have torpedoes away, but Fletcher takes him out. Nicely done, Fletcher. And that leaves the Seattle and the Heisen, because I think the enemy Fletcher is dead as well. So. There we go, Seattle. Now torpedoing a Seattle is no easy feat because, well, Seattle has radar and sonar. But I also don't want to be hanging around in my smoke screen because the Seattle has radar. And the one thing that the Seattle is not very good at is hitting you from long range, as you can just see there, right? Fletcher just in the turn, because the shells are very, very floaty. So once again, we're doing the area denial thing and dropping a couple of torpedoes. Seattle radars, which means I'm now detected. And yeah, the thing is, if you're not sitting still broadside on, he's got trouble actually hitting you. A couple more torpedoes out just in case he comes around here. And yeah, that happens when he catches you in a turn. But I just want him to stay at range, because at range, the Seattle is having a devil of a time hitting us, and we can actually shoot back at him. So we should be able to gun down the Seattle with 2 destroyers. But the rest of my team's all the way in the other cap. We should be able to gun down the Seattle, and at range, he's not going to have an easy time hitting me. So I want to play at max range. Fletcher, what are you doing? You're playing way too close there. That is going to be a dead Fletcher on our side. Yep, but he did get 1 torpedo spread away, and I think that should be enough to kill the Seattle if we're lucky. Otherwise, I'm going to have to gun him down. I'm certainly not going to go for a suicide run, but the Fletcher gets the revenge. And there we go. Now, haven't done huge amount of damage, 21,000 points, but that's not the point. Again, Benham, in this case, has always been more about denying the enemy the capture circle. So even if things go south, then we still have the points income to, make that happen. Anyway, these were the other 2 battles that I had recorded that I just wanted to show you and had some fun in. So that's it for me today. Thanks, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.